Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
Breaking news starting here at 4 on Detroit's west side, where we're learning dozens of cars are on fire in a junkyard. Let's get to Tim Pamplin. They're live on the scene with what's happening. Tim.
Yeah, Devin, a very dangerous situation here. Airbags popping like crazy. This is Big Sam's Auto Supply, Linden and Myers, Detroit's west side. Detroit Fire now just declaring a hazmat level 1 situation because of all the vehicles inside here that are now going up in flames. Lots of dangerous chemicals in there. Again, airbags going off. I'm hearing now that this is right along the railroad tracks. Trains have now been stopped because the fire is now spreading over to the railroad tracks just south of here. But very dangerous situation. We're going to keep you updated as this situation develops later on. Back to you in the studio, Dev.
That'll explain the smoke that you'll be seeing on the west side of Detroit. We often talk about car fires, single car fires being a hazmat situation. Well, imagine this many. Could be quite a problem there as firefighters work to get it under control. We'll keep you apprised of that. Let's move now to breaking news, where the city has just marked a vaccine milestone in expanding access to the shots. Today, the Detroit Health Department administered its 100,000th vaccine. Following the governor's announcement yesterday, Mayor Duggan says the city is opening up appointments to Detroiters age 50 and older who have chronic medical conditions. When asked about accepting doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, the single-shot vaccine, the mayor says the city is getting enough of the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines to cover every Detroiter who's eligible and wants a shot.
Johnson & Johnson is a very good vaccine. Moderna and Pfizer are the best. And I am going to do everything I can to make sure the residents of the city of Detroit get the best. The day may come when we have more Detroiters asking for vaccines than we have Moderna, Pfizer, in which case we'll set up a Johnson & Johnson site. But I'd say for the foreseeable future, I feel confident that we will have a Moderna and Pfizer vaccine for every Detroiter who wants to get vaccinated.
And the mayor says appointments are open now for people 50 years of age and older who have medical conditions. You do have to show evidence of a chronic condition, though, when you go to the TCF Center, like a letter from your doctor or a prescription. All right, meantime, Michigan reporting more than 1,500 new cases over the past 24 hours and 37, I should say, additional deaths. That includes 29 from a vital records review. So that's the backdrop as Michigan starts relaxing COVID restrictions tomorrow. For example, restaurants and bars can be open at 50% capacity, up to 100 people. Also, casinos will be open to 30% capacity. We've got more information at clickondetroit.com on how the restrictions are being eased. Again, it starts tomorrow. We've also got links there to vaccine information for your particular area of the metro. The defense making its case today for 3 men charged in the plot to kidnap Governor Whitmer. Paul Beller, Joseph Morrison, and Pete Musico are accused of supporting terrorist acts. In court today, the attorneys for the men pushed back against the claims that their clients intended to act violently. The defense also portrayed posts online involving violent rhetoric about Governor Whitmer as satire. They allege the training the Wolverine Watchman was doing was for home defense, not for attacking politicians.
If you came home and your door was kicked off, the hinges open, I mean, you'd want to be able to tactically clear your own house, correct?
I guess you can come up with hypotheticals where you might be able to defensively get into your house.
Today's hearing set to determine whether there is enough probable cause to send this case to trial. Seen a lot of ups and downs so far in the month of March. Today, one of the down days. Ben, we've even seen a few snowflakes on a cooler day.
Mother Nature reminding us, Devin, it is still winter out there, and current temperatures, a lot of these are below freezing even this time in the afternoon. Upper 20s across the north zone, 31 right now at Metro. Compared to yesterday, 20 to 25 degrees colder than what we were staring at yesterday when we were basking in the 57-degree glow. There's your weekend, which doesn't look half bad for early March. We'll talk more about that and some even warmer numbers. In fact, the warmest of the season so far coming in the 7-day forecast straight ahead.
That sounds good. All right, Ben, we'll talk to you then. Security officers have been on high alert today at the United States Capitol, but so far no problems to report. Intelligence experts uncovered a possible plot by a militia group to storm the building, so the House finished its business last night and has not been in session today. Michigan Democrat Debbie Dingell says the threats are real, they are documented, and they hit home for local lawmakers.
I think if you're a woman from Michigan, you've become used to the kind of hatred that can be targeted at you, and we all take it seriously, but nobody lets it threaten them or stop them from doing their job.
We've also got breaking news from the other side of Capitol Hill. The Senate has just voted to open debate on the new COVID relief bill, but there is a speed bump slowing things down. Kimberly Gill tracking that part of the story. Kim, one Republican just made a pretty unusual request here.
Yeah, Devin, you're exactly right. Good afternoon to you. Normally, senators do not read an entire bill aloud in the Senate chambers. But today, Republican Senator Ron Johnson from Wisconsin just made that request. A clerk started reading about 40 minutes ago. It's still going on right now. Let's just listen in for a couple of seconds here.
Of 1966, 42 U.S.C. 1786B. B, authority to increase amount of cash value voucher. During the public health emergency declared by the Secretary of Health and Human Services under Section 319 of the Public Health Service Act 42 U.S.C. 247D on January 31st, 2020, with respect to the coronavirus disease 2019.
Yes, so that clerk started reading about 3:21 this afternoon. We're told the bill is close to 700 pages, and reading the entire thing could take up to 10 hours, and it appears that she's reading to an almost empty room there. Although some estimates are lower, it could be less than 10 hours. Vice President Kamala Harris had to cast the tie-breaking vote today to get to this point because the chamber, as you know, is split 50-50 between Democrats and Republicans. Earlier, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says he's glad Americans will hear what's in the bill because he believes they will support it. Republicans have argued the bill, which costs around $1.9 trillion, is too expensive and have called it a, quote, liberal wish list. After the reading is complete, we'll see another 20 hours of debate. Then Republicans could slow things down by trying to add new amendments to the bill. If the bill ultimately passes the Senate, it will be different than the House version, so the House will have to take another vote. Democrats have the votes to win, but it looks like Republicans will drag this out as much as possible. So we also have one more note on security we want to tell you about. The Associated Press is reporting Capitol Police have requested members of the National Guard provide added protection for another 2 months. We're told that proposal is being reviewed by the Pentagon. So, Devin, we'll have a lot more from Washington when you join us for, well, I'll see you at 5.
700 pages. Even Tolstoy would say that's a lot of pages to read.
It really
okay.
is. Sure.
All right, Kim. Well, it's a struggle day to day and from district to district. How do local schools manage COVID safety and prevent panic from spreading when those inevitable infections are reported? Paula Tutman shows us how one school is trying to educate everyone on the difference between an outbreak that requires a closure and a cluster that can be managed.
It's the phone call no parent wants to get.
It's always going to be a shock for a parent to get a call for a contact trace.
But George Mathis says he's glad he got the call from his school district. Yes, his son is currently quarantined, and that's unnerving. But Mr. Mathis says he's satisfied with how the Fraser Public School District is handling COVID for students in face-to-face learning.
He hasn't developed any symptoms, and he gets to go back to school on Monday. And we're going to let him go back. These kids need face-to-face learning.
Jennifer Payne sees it a little differently for her son, who's a senior in the district.
I'm starting to get frustrated with the notification because it's like, oh, here's another daily email of how many more cases. And I feel like the number of quarantine is increasing.
The Fraser Public School District has 4,900 students and, like many districts, is juggling the ravages of COVID in the community and an appropriate response for students.
The mental health side of things, of having kids back in the building, I think is so important.
This is a district that has actually been back to face-to-face learning since before Christmas. Currently, there are 11 cases of COVID throughout the district, 11 teachers quarantined, and close to 150 students quarantined.
I'm curious why they're not considering this an outbreak at this time.
But that's less than 1% throughout the district, with 70% of its students opting for 5-day-a-week face-to-face learning.
When you have so many students back in the building, we do our best to social distance, but it doesn't always happen. We work very hard, though, with, the hand washing, the cleaning, making sure we have seating charts in place. So when we do need to contact trace, we're able to do a really good job with that.
The key for Fraser has been to focus on mitigation and aggressive contact tracing and quarantining.
I don't want you to think I'm sitting here saying everything's, sunshine and roses. It's hard. This is hard work. It's challenging having to do this contact tracing, to have these conversations with parents. We knew going back that we would have this happen, but the benefits of having kids back in school, being able to get them breakfast and lunch, and having that a teacher contact and being with their friends has truly been incredible.
Okay, so now let's talk about the threshold for actually closing schools. It depends on the district. A lot of it also has to do with whether or not you can get enough teachers or have enough teachers for in-person, face-to-face learning, or even to teach remotely, because these kids aren't just throwing their feet up in quarantine. They are still going to school. Devin, I don't know how you did in high school calculus. I didn't do well, hence I ended up in journalism. But this is the kind of math these districts have to pull together to try to figure this stuff out. And what they really need is for parents to understand and everybody work together on this.
It was not my favorite class, and I followed the path that you did. We found something else better than calculus.
And here we are.
Here we are. All right, Paula. Still ahead, a groundbreaking African-American actress moving into a whole new arena. You may have noticed her here on Local 4. We'll explain that. Also ahead, royal recovery. Buckingham Palace reveals a new twist in the hospitalization of the Queen's husband. Up first, though, a fire rescue at sea. We get our first look at some new video coming up next. Before we head to break, if you're just joining us, we are following breaking news that will explain that massive smoke plume on Detroit's west side. Dozens of cars are on fire at Big Sam's Auto Supply. Look at the smoke plume coming from this junkyard that is located on Myers and Linden. Again, Detroit's west side, the smoke can be seen for miles. Fire department setting the scene for a hazmat situation because there's so much hazardous materials in each of those vehicles. Tim tells us you can hear the airbags that keep popping off as the fire spreads. We'll continue to follow the newest developments on air and online at clickondetroit.com.